Hello everybody, welcome welcome to my channel. My name's Courtney. I like doing some builds on YouTube basically. So today I've got a cute little cottage and I decided to make this for a sim that lives in this world, and I'm imagining like everyone in the town has this like sneaky suspicion that they're a witch, and they kind of like the house is like nestled up in the very back kind of hidden away lot in Windenburg, and I love this lot so much. It's so small and it's so good for making like these beautiful little cottages like this. And I really love the way this build turned out. But yeah, I decided to make this for a kind of, I don't know whether it's like a kind of middle-aged or elderly sim, and they live on their own, and I'm imagining like because their outside ends up being really magical looking. I'm imagining like everyone in the town believes that they're a witch but like just doesn't want to say anything, so I kind of ended up building this whole house off of that. But I really wanted to make it seem like she's a good witch, she just blesses you and all that. So there's kind of like crystals like dotted about on her desk and loads of like books around and everything like that. I'm imagining like spell books, and then I felt that like lent itself perfectly to using stuff Get Together and base game. I don't have Realm of Magic unfortunately, but that's okay. I really like Get Together, I really like all this stuff, and it's just, for me it would be, The Sims 4 would be like unplayable without Get Together, and I just love using it for loads of builds. However, at the minute there is an issue with like doors and windows. I don't know if anyone else has had. Basically what happens is like the windows and doors just aren't like functioning, they just like don't create like a hole in the wall. So I get away with it in some of the windows but not all of them, so I do change a couple of bits. But up in that tower is where like one of the main issues is. So I kind of was going to use that as like a painting studio, and then in the end I didn't. Like I just decided to make it like, was it just like a second story almost, if you understand what I mean. So with this house I did a really cute pink white colour scheme, but the interior is a little bit like darker with more wood tones, because I'm imagining it's quite like a really old building and it has all those like original features and things like that in there. So I didn't want to do the interior too like white and pink and pretty like the outside, if you get what I mean. But it does have some like nice floral wallpaper. It's kind of just like your grandma's house, like the stuff that's been there for 40 odd years, and yeah, it just functions well. So that's the kind of vibe I was going for inside, and it does feel really cozy where it's really small, and I just really like it. I would move in this house tomorrow if I could. So outside I end up doing like this really lovely like cherry blossom trees and things like that, and I don't do too much landscaping, it's just mainly trees, and that's partly to hide some of the terrain manipulation, because I did do some of that for once, which I don't usually do, to be honest. I decided I want to have this house kind of sit on a hill, so you've got some steps going up towards it, because I find that always works on this lot. Like this is the best lot for it because there's kind of a hill leading up to it, so you can kind of get away with like more of a hilly terrain, which I quite enjoyed doing for this build. And then it also kept the footprint of the build very small. I love those bay windows from Get Together. I think they're so pretty, and I just wish we could like put things on top of the bay windows. It would have made this build for me. I also do quite a different layout to what I usually do. I do like my kitchen, and then I'll do like a living room and a dining room, but here it kind of all merges into one because it's quite small. I was debating doing like separate rooms, but then I felt like it just would be too tight and wouldn't work as well. And I originally did have cabinets above the counters in the kitchen, but then again it was like, it just feels too heavy, so I decided to change it up and do some shelving, and I just filled that with hundreds of clutter, and I put loads of stuff in from base game and Get Together. And then I also use the debug catalog. So if you don't know what that is, you can access it by saying bb.show live edit objects and bb.show hidden objects, and then that unlocks loads of objects that kind of appear in the game from kind of background things, like some bottles of olive oil and stuff that you like cook with as well. So like all the pans and pots and pans that your Sims will use to cook with, they'll be in debug, so they're quite good for like decorating because they don't disappear and they don't, like, your Sims don't tidy them up. The same with chopping boards as well. So I filled that area with all those bits, so you can put some like fish bones there, the kind of little things that make the house seem a little bit quirkier. I kind of really like the idea of having that as well. And then upstairs there are crystals on the desk. I imagine she like cleanses recharges them in the moon and the full moon and all that. If I had Realm of Magic, this would have been over the top, but I feel like it kind of adds to the whole like, oh, is she a witch, is she not? And especially being October, spooky month, I felt like it was the best build I wanted to do. So there's not a TV or a computer on this lot. It's just books and things like that, and I'm imagining they write in front of the fire and things like that. It gives me real cozy vibes. I really like it. There's also a lot of flowers as well, because there's a couple of planters in the garden. I didn't put any plants in there. There's a lot of planters ready to like be used, and there's also a little seating area outside as well. It's just a very picturesque kind of house. So it's Saturday today while I'm recording and editing and all that today, and I've had, honest to God, the most productive day I've had in a while. I've been really struggling with like creativity and coming up with new ideas, and then having once I have had that like like then having energy to like just do it and get it done. So today I've honestly got, I feel like I've ticked so many things off my list that I've just been sat in the back of my head for a while, and then I was like, I'm just gonna get a video done today, because at the minute I've been getting like tired of making videos, so I was like, I'm gonna make a different build to what I normally do and just get it done. And I've just enjoyed today doing work, even though it's a weekend. It's Saturday. I mean, I'm not working at the minute, so weekends don't really matter, but it's been good nonetheless. I was even working on some stuff for Fiverr. I do some freelancing, if I haven't mentioned that, I don't think I have. And I basically make at the minute like custom Twitch layouts, because I stream as well, and I really enjoyed making mine. So I've also been designing Twitch layouts for other people, and I've just loved doing it. I really, really enjoy it. So I was making a little show reel for that, and then I don't know, I did that, and it just felt like I was being really productive. I've been trying to like get a gig today, like trying to get someone to, you know, buy it, and it's been quite a grind. And this is the bit that kind of takes up so much time about freelancing. It's just the like getting jobs and getting like, you know, people to bite, basically. So I spent the day kind of working on that, but it's been a pretty relaxed day, you know, pretty nice and chilled out and quiet, and I think I've just had quite a cozy day. Didn't really want to get dressed today, so I've been in my dressing gown, and it's just been lovely. Anyways, back to the build, I guess. So I did the interior for once, actually, which if you've watched any of my previous videos, you'll know that I often do the exterior first, so as in like all the landscaping and gardening and all that, because obviously you've got to build the shell. But normally I do everything outside, and then I come back in and I do the interior. But this time I switched it up because I knew exactly what I wanted for the interior straight away, so I was like, I'm just gonna get it done. And then as soon as I start putting down these pink trees, I was like, oh my god, the whole exterior, I knew I was gonna have it covered in flowers and like ivy and all that, because all that came and get together. So I was like, here we go, this is gonna be the perfect time to use all that. I don't really do anything with the back of the house, to be fair. Like usually I would do, you know, some landscaping or anything like that, but because of the size of the lot and the fact it's like on its own, there's no other houses behind it, you wouldn't necessarily like have anything at the back. So I was like, you're not really gonna see the back that often, I'm not gonna bother. But that's okay. So the front of the house looks lovely, and when we get to the screenshots, oh, you'll see what I mean. It just chef's kiss, honestly, I love it. So this build was partly inspired by Shauna's recent video that she's done, and she also did a witchy kind of house as well, so it's partly inspired by that. I promise I haven't still stolen your idea, Shauna. I just I was really inspired by it, and if you haven't seen Shauna's videos, I 100% tell you, like, go check it out. She does some sim spells, she also does some proper wacky shit, and it just makes me giggle, so definitely check her stuff out. So yeah, anyways, so on the interior I was like trying to work out what I wanted to do, and I knew, so I did the like wallpaper and, you know, the floor. I really love this floor, and I just wish it came in another color, because I think it's just so lovely in like detail compared to some of them, and it has actually like a really nice texture. Oh yeah, another thing as well, I uploaded this to the gallery, as I do with all my builds, but normally I do the video then uploaded this to the gallery under Court Eggy as well, by the way, and I just forgot to do the bathroom. I just completely forgot to do it. I don't know if I was like just in the zone of like, you know, getting the rest of the house done, but because bathrooms as well are normally one of the first things I do, because I just don't really put a lot of effort into bathrooms, because my Sims aren't in there that often. But I completely forgot to do it before I uploaded to the gallery, and I had like a comment which I don't normally have, and someone was just like, oh, this looks, think it was incredible or something like that, not to flex. But yeah, and then afterwards I looked at it and I was like, oh god, how embarrassing, I've not finished the build and I've uploaded it like, hey, check this out, guys. I'm a professional, I swear. So a lot of the build is like fiddling around with placement and stuff like that, because it's a very small house. It's not a lot of finishing, it's just kind of getting it perfect, I think. We're nearly at the very end. Other than the last little bit, it's the exterior, so I will let you enjoy it. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe if you feel like it. No pressure, honestly. I was also debating doing a bad witch build. If you'd be interested in seeing that, definitely drop a comment and let me know. I think that would be fun to do, you know. I would love doing that, so let me know if you think that's something you'd like to see. Anyways, I'll shut up now, so thank you so much. See you in the next one. Bye.